love takes over. When love takes over. When love takes over.
Got the idea now?
When love takes over.
When Love Takes Over. Kelly Rowland.
When love takes over.
And the ubiquitous David Guetta.
Takes over.
Coming later, Tom Walker, award-winning singer-songwriter, chooses the tracks of his years. We will, of course, play Popmaster and throughout the programme, throughout the day. It's all-day platinum hits here on Radio 2. Radio 2, 'tis on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. Visitors and guests have begun arriving at St Paul's Cathedral for today's Jubilee Thanksgiving service. The Queen will not attend after feeling discomfort at the Trooping of the Colour Parade yesterday. Instead, she'll be represented by Prince Charles. More than 400 key workers, charity volunteers and members of the armed forces will also attend. The Most Reverend Mark Strange, who's the Bishop of Moray, Ross and Caithness, says the service will be for everyone, not just Christians.
It's a Thanksgiving service for everyone. I don't expect everyone to believe what I believe in any shape or form. But that doesn't mean to say that they don't also have the same desire to say thank you. But this is an iconic building. I don't believe this is just a building for the Christians of London. This is an iconic building for the country. And therefore, it is right that there are people of all faiths and no faith taking part in this today.
Ahead of the service, one of the largest bells in the country, Great Paul, will be rung in honour of the Jubilee. At the same time, bell ringers around the country will take to their towers to join in a national ring. Paul Mills from the Kempsey Church Bell Ringers in Worcester is taking part. He says the day has an extra significance for them.
It's quite special for us as a tower because the previous Jubilee we were able to get some money to buy an additional bell for the tower. So this was exactly almost 10 years ago that the bells were fitted in. So for us it's quite an important moment because we can celebrate the 10 years since the bells were installed.
President Biden has pleaded with Congress to take action over gun violence in America. Speaking from the White House, he pointed out that guns are now the number one killer of children in the United States and called for assault weapons to be banned and background checks to be expanded. The UN says the Ukraine conflict will have no winner 100 days after Russia invaded the country. The International Committee, the Red Cross, said the destruction caused by the war defied comprehension and called on both sides to allow access to all prisoners of war wherever they're being held. Our correspondent in Kiev, James Waterhouse, says a new delivery of weapons could help the country defend itself.
Ukraine itself this week is set to receive its own long-range missiles from the US. The hope here is that it will be a game changer. But what we are seeing are positions on both sides in the eastern Donbass region, a region which Russia has said is now its priority. We are launching some counter-offensives. The Russians are plagued by low morale in some areas, but they are replenishing, and at the moment they do have a numerical advantage and they are outgunning defending troops.
And researchers in Australia studying a rare grasshopper that reproduces by cloning itself says that giving up sex 250,000 years ago has done the species no harm. The Warraramba virgo is unusual in that its eggs develop into an embryo without needing to be fertilised. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 10.
Gosh, that is unusual.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.